everybody, and welcome to our midweek show for the WrestleSlam Podcast. I hope you're all having a fabulous week wherever you are. We hope it is sunny and the sun is shining. If not, tough because we don't get the sun very much, so we will take it on. Some of us more than others, Phil, but that's fine. Just kidding. He has a lovely glowing tan now after his sunburn, so he's just.
My only thing is my nose is badly burnt, but like I can get over it.
Moisturize that nose well though, Phil, because if that peels, you'll know all about it. Yeah, so keep moisturizing, keep up with the after sun.
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera is right. So it is myself, Queen Lizzie, Booker G 5 times, also known as the husband, and of course we have how do we put it nicely? Our little tanned friend up there in the corner, who is literally rocking the sun-kissed look for WrestleSlam and making us all jealous. It's all about him. It is, of course.
Tanned faces, tanned.
Tony Tan.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Tony Tan. That might not sound great. Anyway, so it's Phil Meltzer, who, of course, is all the news and practically writes AEW, let's face it, and WWE when he's got some free time away from all his Oscar-worthy productions. And Matt, I feel like we haven't seen you in donkey's years. Fierce busy on the outside world, outside of the realm of wrestling.
Yeah, it was been so long. Let's just say it has nothing to do with cheap motel handcuffs and a kidney may or may not been missing. But like I had a great time being away. Hope everyone is keeping well. Catch up. How's everyone?
Sure, this is it. Isn't that the main thing? As long as everybody enjoyed themselves and they're safe, you know? So, but yeah, it's been, we always say it's been an interesting week, but there's lots of ups and downs left and right, and there's lots going on in the world of wrestling. So before we crack straight into the news, July 23rd, am I right?
Yep.
Park City, am I right? In the Kino Theatre, am I right? We have the one and only Scotty 2 Hotty. He is rocking up to Phoenix Wrestling and reminding us all to turn it up. So WrestleSlam crew are going to be there. We are super excited. Cannot wait to see him pace the living shit out of LJ Cleary. And also to find out who is our undisputed Phoenix champion. Dark Horse Terry Taylor, Steve Savage,
Thatcher.
Or I say Terry Taylor, Terry Thatcher, whatever. So yeah, Terry Thatcher. We'll try again. Or Steve Savage, or Justin. So we cannot wait. There's a huge card plan, more matches announced as well. We had Billy on with us as well, not so long ago, telling us all about it. So we are super looking forward to it. I'm not even sure if there's tickets left for this, lads. Is there?
Last I saw there was 10.
10 tickets left. 10 tickets. Get on it. If you're in the vicinity, rock in. If you're not, get a few years together, come down for a night you won't want to miss it. Polished off with a rousing performance of My Way by the one and only Billy Bedlam. So after party, lads, for the Kino until they throw us out. Hope to see you all there. Support Phoenix Wrestling. It's the future of Irish wrestling. Straight in, guys, with the news for this week. Fresh out the oven. WWE Monday Night Raw is now going to be TV-14 from Monday, 18th of July. Phil, what's this all about?
I think Vince.
We know you know, so just tell us.
Vince McMahon's just decided, fuck it. If I'm going down, I'm taking everyone down with me.
Right? Do you think that's what it is? Do you think he's just like, fuck this now? If I'm going down, I'm going down with
I wouldn't surprise me if he gets shot or something on Raw Monday night.
He's going to reopen the Kiss My Ass Club.
Exactly. He'll do something mental.
He's going to bring back
something in the pipeline. Yeah,
he's going to bring back the old call random people and you get like $100 with the sign falling on top of him. That was like more tragic than the limousine breaking up.
Do you think it's like his last kind of chance saloon that he's just going to go absolutely off the freaking wall for like the next few weeks until somebody kind of goes, look, come here, or until the Wall Street Journal drops something else, because I don't think they're finished. I think they've got a few more up their sleeve and they are strategically leaking things out. So, you know, these people know what they're doing.
SummerSlam weekend, another one.
Oh, dear God. So, you could be onto something there, Phil. Darling, what do you think?
I want to say let's see what happens, but
We always do.
You know, let's see what happens. I don't believe they're going to go anything more extreme than what they're doing at the minute on SmackDown. Like that's not a PG show, even though it's part of WWE. It's kind of TV-14 like, so it'll probably be just a few swear words here and there. I can't see them blading anytime soon, like, unless Cody has some something up his sleeve or his wrist tape. But I can't see them, not with the amount of sponsors, and kids still going to be watching it. I don't see them going any more extreme than what they're doing on SmackDown at the minute.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how it's going to go, because at the moment we have it like, View for All, and I'm really, really interested and a little bit intrigued to see how they're going to go from bitch to
Son of a bitch.
TV-14, like, what's the next step? But how do you navigate a fine line between bitch and a bloodbath with barbed wire and legs hanging off? I
got it. Jerry Lawler's coming back on commentary.
Oh, fucking hell, we're going to go from bitch to puppies. Oh, brilliant. Christ, nobody will be safe. We'll all be offended. Can't wait. Long live the king. But we love Jerry Lawler, but it's just we're in a different era.
The one thing I will say about it is people are going mad saying this is a great thing. It's not really, because a great thing is consistent TV. This is just going to be. This is going to be. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to wait.
It's all. Phyllis, the people who grew up with the Attitude Era on their walls having a toss to it. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's pure Attitude Era stalwarts. Do you know what I mean? Which is fine. It was great. Do you know what I mean? But like, we can't always be stuck in the past. We have to move forward with it. And again, you have, as you've said, it has to be consistent. And we have sponsors. We have Younger Eyes. We've got Make-A-Wish. We've got Be a Star. So. But the thing with it, and go out and start shouting puppies.
The thing with it back in the day is like, it was so fresh and new, and there was no internet. Yes. There was no internet, so everyone was just losing their shit over it.
Yeah, completely. There was no spoilers. There was no like this, that, and the other is whispers. Leaky knickers is what we call it. There was no leaky knickers back in those days. So it's just let's see how it goes forward. But TV-14 from Monday the 18th for Raw. So we'll keep the eyes peeled. It might draw us back to Raw, love. Kicking and screaming, but you never know. It could be the thing that improves it.
If it's 2 hours long, maybe.
Well, yeah, this is it, because surely the people who, it might not be, you see, because the people who are watching in 14 or over might be allowed to stay up that bit later. So we'll keep the 3 hours.
The first hour will be PG, and it'll move on to late night, like Sky Sports just to turn into the Playboy channel.
Oh my God!
They did that already with Raw Underground. Didn't they do that already?
No.
It'll be a teaser to the WWE network. Like, ooh, stay tuned for more for $9.99 a month.
If you're under the age of 13, turn off now.
But if you're 14 or over, oh my God.
Most of us here probably grew up watching TV-14 WWE, and we turned out fine.
Yeah, look at us now. What? Look at us now. God almighty, Phil works from. So, I think we've all done well. And like, Matt, you bump like a mad thing. Do you know? Myself and Jerry just floats around.
I try. The only trauma is I might lose my hair in my mid-20s, but I'm grand. So that was the only tip.
I will say one thing just before we move on, that there has been a shift again in the last week or so. Mm-hmm. They're going to stop signing models and stuff. They're going back to the indie guys.
I don't know.
Do you think that's Triple H influence?
Oh yeah, they're saying he's back in there, so
yeah.
What about the next thing they're doing, the signing all these fucking college athletes and stuff?
But that's what they should do, because the Rock was that, Roman Reigns was that.
Yeah, but that's what they've been doing. They did that a few weeks ago, like in Florida, down in Orlando.
They're all down there. They just haven't announced them yet.
Yeah, they're saying they signed about fucking 20 former collegiate athletes, like basketball stars and American footballers and female fucking skaters and shit like that. So.
Yeah, so let's see what lies ahead. Maybe with something that we can just get a little bit more interested in and match the wrestling with the drama, because that's, you like a good mix. Like, we like a bit of city, we like a bit of wrestling, we like a bit of drama, we like a storyline and something to get invested in. So we just want it all in the bowl mixed up to make the cake. With that, speaking of WWE, WrestleMania is in Hollywood on April 1st and 2nd, 2023. So next year's WrestleMania, okay?
It's April Fools.
It is, darling. But tickets are going on sale very, very soon, which is early.
Which is weird because it's usually November.
Right? Yeah, I know, because I remember when we went to like waiting to get the tickets. I think it was like September, and that was a package. So it wasn't even like single tickets, they were packages. So it's like priority tickets are going on sale, I think, end of this month. I might be wrong, 22nd of July. I stand corrected if I'm wrong. I think it's 22nd of July. And then 12th of August for single 1 day and 2 day passes. So I think that's quite early. So to be honest with you, I'm not sure about you guys, but because of where it's going to be and the fact they're starting a bit earlier, I think this is going to be hugely successful.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
I think an announcement is imminent.
The fact that they're starting to get rousing up the interest so quick.
Normally there's a major rumor, like it's not exactly set in stone, like, but there is a major rumor, in around September, November time, whenever normally they release the tickets. The first main event is normally, well in advance played. So I'd say we could see the Rock at SummerSlam, but we could hear teases of it. Maybe Roman will drop the belts at SummerSlam, and the next night on Raw, maybe the Rock will come out and set up the match for WrestleMania there.
Oh yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah, it seems like there could be something in the works, don't you think? And as well, because of its location, can you imagine the celebs that are going to be at this and the eyes that are going to be drawn to this?
Oh yeah, like I wouldn't surprise me if Jake and Logan Paul team up to fight the Miz and someone else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll team up. Maybe they'll have a match against each other.
You never know.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to see that match.
Logan is going to be he's going to be apparently with AJ Styles for SummerSlam against Miz and Ciampa. So maybe people will start liking him. Like, he's more likable of the brothers, which isn't saying a lot because they're both assholes. Like,
the lesser of two evils.
He is the more likable one. Like, he seems to be getting involved in the industry, and he did sign a contract with WWE. So he's putting all his attention into it at the minute. So it's bringing eyes to WWE. So fair fucks to him. Like, he didn't have to do that. Like.
And it was the most liked tweet for WWE that week.
So oddly likable though.
Very oddly likable.
Well, this is it. But like, appreciation that he put the work in for his matches. Do you know what I mean? Now, he was no Pat McAfee, I'm just saying, right? But he did put the work in, and he was believable as Mrs. Tag Team Partner. So, what are you thinking, Matt?
No, I should have said that I'm not a fan of Logan Paul for obvious reasons, but he did put the work in. I agree, and especially at WrestleMania with the Miz. So, I mean, like, he did have eyes on him in KSI. Great boxing match, and that got more people into like the sport. So maybe that's going to be have more people interested in WWE, and then maybe wrestling in general. So to me, this is a good move to have Logan Paul in this. So again, he's great in the ring, but like just it's Logan Paul, but he is the lesser of he's the less evil version of
just one thing there as well. Is it Jake or Logan Paul that has massive heat with The Rock?
Jake, I think, isn't it?
It's the fella that did the Suicide Forests. I get them mixed up. I don't know which
I thought they both did that, no?
Oh, just one of them.
That was Logan Paul. He's the one that did that.
Yeah, so he's massive heat with The Rock.
Oh.
Like insanely.
Jesus.
Like, they can't be in the same room together, like.
You know what I'm thinking now?
No,
I mean, Logan Paul needs to show his respect to us fellow oldies. Like, I know that I'm like a year older than him, but that's still disrespectful now. So,
do you think The Rock will come out and paste the shit out of him?
I think he wants nothing to do with him, because I think one of the Rock's family members died from something to do with he died from suicide or something like that.
Oh, really? There's more to it, so.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. Rock actually got his personal assistant to message him to say, "Do not contact him ever again."
Wow.
So it's a complicated one.
For sure it is.
Considering he's signed with WWE, or
do we know how long his contract is?
Probably matches more.
I think up to 3 years.
It's okay.
It's similar. It's similar contract to Brock and Goldberg and all them. It's part-time stuff, like, but it's signed for a couple of years. It's not just a once-off, like.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, look, come here. Let's see what happens. But definitely, I think they're building up for a huge WrestleMania in LA next year.
With The Rock, hopefully, in the Hall of Fame.
There must be something. But lads, I won't lie. Is anyone else really, really tempted? I'm not gonna lie. I am fucking tempted. Like.
40, I definitely want to go to.
WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where it is. It's just the spectacle of 40.
Oh yeah, it'll be bigger and better. Like
just because I'm going to the States next year already.
Where's 40 going to be? They had
Atlanta or Vegas.
Vegas. They had Vegas planned, didn't they, for 39 before pandemic put everything back a year.
There's talk about Atlanta.
I'd say Atlanta because Vegas didn't seem to work out for them.
Yeah. So what year will that be? What are we? I have no idea. What are we on now? 2024.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of New York, but I know they would have been.
No, they're not going to go there ever again, apparently.
No.
Their MetLife was a disaster the last time.
Yeah. In fairness, when we were there for San Francisco, you know, the fucking public transport, the setup was
unreal. It was sick. It was just flowed so well.
Like that, we were in and out in no time.
The problem with MetLife is when you come out at like 1:30 in the morning, you can't get back.
That's it.
It's so far outside the city this way.
Yeah.
And the tram.
Close down Times Square.
Yeah. we were lucky because we had that media bus, but if we didn't have that,
I mean, you can always be bold and maybe come over to Dublin, Ireland, England. That bold statement, but come on, WWE, that'd be a bit of a big move.
Jesus, I think we're lucky we're getting Clash of the Castle, and after that, now I'd say I don't know if we'll see another in our lifetime.
They're more likely to go to Saudi Arabia for something like that than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, well, they have their own little mini one over there, don't they?
Yeah, but that's mean. Like
that's a very nice segue, Matt, into our next news bulletin. We heard it during the week from Tony Khan himself. Well, Phil, you heard it before us, like, because you know you and TK. And then JR said it as well very, very recently that the plan is to bring AEW to the UK in the next calendar year, because apparently the views they get in the UK are huge, absolutely huge, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's why me and my brother are talking about this, and we think Sky should take over it once the deal is up.
Maybe, because like you've genuine hardcore wrestling fans in the UK.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you have the ones who are fans of sports entertainment, but huge fans of indie shows. Like we all go to indie shows, you know, and thoroughly enjoy them and love to see it when they succeed. So, like, I mean, I'm not surprised they have a huge following, you know, but I'd be on the first fucking plane. Good luck. I'd fly it myself if I could. Matt, does this excite you?
I mean, I feel like from the very beginning, when AEW got big, I think Tony Khan has been asked about, are we going to go to the UK? When are you going to come to the UK? And he straight up did say it depends on your budgeting, viewership. But now because of the UK, it's no brainer that we have like a big wrestling community in not just in Ireland, UK. So I feel like that AEW is time to give back. So if they actually have the chance to actually go over to the UK, I say take it. Not just because this would be a good excuse for us to go to an AEW event, but because they're going to build up more of a fan base over in the UK when it's already bigger. So I say definitely AEW UK takeover. Go for it.
Craven Cottage.
Yeah, I'm just looking there. Craven Cottage's capacity seating for a match is 25,700.
And they could probably add another 6 or 7 with the seats around the.
The only issue is the same issue WWE had with fucking Clash of the Castle. There's no roof and you're never guaranteed the weather. Like, but you know, they're going to have to pick a specific date, probably in July or somewhere like that, to try and get the weather.
At least get a cloudy day.
Craven Cottage is wide open. Like there's it's 4 stands, but they're wide open. There's no corners in them in the stands. Like there's entrances, so they're exposed to all elements. There's no protection on either fucking corner. So
it's the perfect place, don't it? Because it's London. Right?
Yeah, and it's right on. It's right on the Thames, like, so it's perfect. Like you
get there from anywhere.
Oh well, it's literally in the fucking heart of fucking London. Like you could walk up to fucking the riverside and go straight into the city centre from there. Like you won't even get lost. Like
defo. It would be fab though. Oh my god, definitely group trip for that. Anyway, lads, we'll all be over.
Speaking of my buddy TK, I kind of had some news that I wanted to say.
Oh
my god, breaking news straight out of the PK of TK.
I don't know if this is out there yet, but apparently Paige has signed with AEW.
Get out of it. Ooh, do you know what now? Whether she's wrestling or not, she wouldn't be the worst choice for the women's locker room. They need somebody.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or a UK pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the draw she'd be? Good on you, Paige. I hope to God it's true and you're not spinning us laughing.
No, I saw it on one of the trustworthy places earlier.
Wow.
And a good reason for the All-Atlantic Championship as well. I know Pac mightn't be champion by the time the pay-per-view comes around, or if it's a pay-per-view or just a special Dynamite, like, but you know.
No, because I know that AEW loves to give the hometown heroes a big win or a big pop, so Paige will definitely plan something big for her, like especially with Pac as well. Even if he's not the champion, he's still going to get something.
Oh, massive!
Unbelievable.
They need more UK talent for if they're going to travel over. They're going to need more than just Pac. And who else is there? Like, you know, not including Paige. Like, Pac is from the UK. Have they got anybody else?
Mero's European. Like,
but yeah, but this is it. You see, you have to remember as well. You've got like, you know, Claudio. You've a lot of people there who are European, and people will travel to London to see this. Like, you know what I mean? They won't travel to the States.
Will Ospreay is UK based.
Yeah.
I think William Regal and the Blackpool club in general, they're going to be big over there. Like,
yeah, totally. Swerve has a big following over here as well in Europe. He does, like, because he's been at OTT and independent shows as well as who else has a huge following over here?
Malachi Black,
Aussie Open. You know, they all have really big followings here from the independent scene. So like, you go and see it. You know, so yeah, I think it's a no-brainer, and bring it on.
Seem to be working with Rev Pro as well. With Pac had his first title defense there during the week.
Yeah, and he'll have one in OTT. Is it this weekend?
Yeah, I hope they record. I hope they actually do something, because LJ. Imagine LJ in AEW. Like, LJ's fucking stupendous. Like,
he was in NXT UK. Was it last week?
Yeah, he's over visiting.
I was supporting, but
he did 2 weeks of training over there. Like, but
yeah,
I don't know whether he's going to.
He actually, speaking of it, Aoife looked jacked. Like, she looked like she's gained a lot of muscle from.
Yeah, but she's been training. She hasn't been wrestling. I don't know the last time she had a fucking match.
Someone said she was injured, but was it you, Matt and Jerry, that someone said Aoife was injured?
I'm not sure.
When they were at the last show, you were asking about Aoife Valkyrie.
Yeah, it was actually Dean actually said it to us. We actually didn't hear much about Aoife recently, like, so not sure if she's injured, but like, we would like to see her back in the ring at some stage.
You can guarantee she'll be at OTT on the 22nd for that match. She'll be in the rafters, sitting up somewhere out of the way. She always does. Like, she always sits in the background there.
Yeah,
absolutely. Eye on the prize, you know what I mean? She's spot on. But yeah, how exciting though, you know what I mean? It's a bright future ahead, you know what I mean? And we'll all be first in the line for those tickets. And
it's just mad though, because she was so close to winning the NXT UK belt on that Irish show.
Yeah,
so close.
But you know what? Let's hang tough. We've got Hunter back in a prime position, so hopefully he can shake things up again, because let's face it, he's the driving force behind what NXT was, and same for NXT UK. So with him back in the driving seat, hopefully we'll see vast improvements, you know. But look, we can hope. He knows what he's doing. So maybe
as long as he's not in charge of skateboards, he'll be all right.
That's funny.
I thought we'd be able to bypass this, but apparently not. So before we go into Fyter Fest Night 1, NXT. Now, trying to keep up with the movers and the shakers, you know yourself, it is tough on NXT. So we had our makeshift tag team with Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade, who won the titles. And now Cora Jade has turned on Roxanne Perez by attacking her outside the Performance Center on the way in. So I don't know, did we just spin really fast? You know, that kind of a way. And like, anybody know why or how or when or what?
The only logical thing I can think of for this one is that the storyline was for Sasha and Naomi.
Oh, really? Well, that is true. They are fans of rehashing something, or, you know, sticking on to somebody else.
They just don't know. They just can't keep tag teams together. They're just obsessed with breaking tag teams up. Female tag teams especially. Just don't know. I think, what do they do with the titles now? They have 2 female tag teams in NXT.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Was that?
Do you think that now, you know, there's obviously a lot of scandal, they'll say, but whatevs, surrounding the women's tag team championships on the main roster, right? Do you think they're just trying to get rid of the tag team divisions across all brands and just getting rid of it and saying good luck, and they're going to split all the tag teams up to kind of make an example or a show of what Naomi and Sasha did?
It's possible, because look at Dolph Ziggler on Raw.
Lads, I swear to Jesus, that was like a fucking epiphany. I thought the angel Gabriel had come down to Mary. I was like, there's Dolph. Where's he been? It was madness, like out of nowhere.
Former NXT champion.
Why? Dolphy's the kills.
I was on the YouTube suggestion page like after Raw, and I saw Dolph Ziggler returned, and I literally thought it was one of those clickbait videos.
Yeah.
No doubt. I actually thought, I was like, oh yeah, Ziggler's back. Okay. But then I saw more people cheering for it on Twitter, and I'm like, oh wait, this is legit. Class. Welcome back, Dolph. So
right?
I was like, yeah, it's weird. It was like, what are they gonna do?
Is Siri winning the title, and he's going to be his first opponent?
Might be the filler, yeah. That he does that a lot.
Yeah. It was just, I think it just caught us all by surprise a bit, but we were all just like, what?
And he's face as well, by the way, not a heel.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyone else? I find it hard to get on board with a face, Dolph.
He was over, like when he was a face before, like he was very over during that time, right up until Survivor Series when Sting made his debut. Like
he was Soul Survivor in that match.
Soul Survivor, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was way over in that match. Like he was over during that period. Like, but in general, like the only time he was really over was when he cashed in on Del Rio. Like, not like, and he was a heel then, wasn't he?
It just makes makes you wonder: has Vince lost some sort of something?
His mind.
Control.
Well, a little bit of control.
A few $1 million.
Like, yeah, he wouldn't go near Dolph Ziggler. Vince, he just doesn't like him.
Yeah.
No, he's just reliable.
I was a big fan of Ziggler when he was a heel doing the show off gimmick.
Yeah.
He was just one of these heels that you just want him to lose and boo him, but that was what made him so good, especially with his promos that he just like speaks really fast. If you remember that he used to do that.
Yeah.
So him doing like a show off gimmick about being a face and like not getting any of us excited. I mean, I thought he was happy away pursuing his comedy career, but now he's back. It was like, we're like, okay, we'll try and make peace with this.
He's getting well paid for it.
Yeah. But this is it, you know what I mean? And if he's happy, fantastic, you know, more power to him. He's reliable, dependable, and whatever they'll give him, he will make the most of it. You know, I suppose he's another Miz, really, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He'll make as much as he can out of whatever they throw to him. So let's see where this is going. But there's surrounding feelings that it's filler, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's see. So it's enough about skateboards, etc. But let's see what happens with the women's division. I think there's
one last thing.
There's a bit of a stink in it.
I'd say one last thing about the women's division, and then I leave it go. Io Shirai is a huge loss.
This is it, isn't she denying it, Phil?
Well, she will, like, but I say she's definitely gone.
Well, it's special, yeah.
Like, I mean,
but it is. She hasn't been around for fucking months, like, so.
Yeah, but we always injured, wasn't she?
I'm not sure.
I think our tag partner was injured.
Oh, what's her name?
Christ from Vegas.
It's not Tori.
No,
the blonde.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Tori Starks. Zoe Starks.
Zoe Stark.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, couldn't think of it. They were, I mean, like,
Zoe Stank. Tony Stank. I remember. Anyway, moving on.
So yeah, Zoe Starks. But like, she's a specimen. Like, she's ridiculous. Like, you know, just thought I'd give her a shout out. Yeah, but look, come here. Let's see what happens. Like, we always have to do with WWE, because God forbid there's ever a storyline that we can follow. Sorry, guys, but you know, you do make it hard for us. From that, guys, moving on. Wednesday, you know what that means. We had our very first night of Fyter Fest. Bring up my old card there now. So invested in Fyter Fest, we all are, I presume.
Oh, yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Highlight for me was I loved Jericho's promo. I just loved it.
Yeah.
It was really good. Really good.
Well, he's God level. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what he can cut a promo on anything, and it's his tone of voice, it's his pace, it's the cadence, it's everything. Like, you know what I mean? He just, we all know he's just fucking down.
Is he going to be fighting Ric Flair? I'm a bit worried that he is going to be.
I don't know why Flair would call him out on Twitter otherwise. Like, I hope not. I don't know. Like,
it's only 2 weeks to Flair show as well.
It kind of makes sense that, you know, Jericho was a Shawn Michaels fan, and Shawn Michaels was the one who originally retired Flair. Maybe, you know, Jericho will do "I love you," just, you know, fucking bit and retire him. Like, but I can't think of anybody else who would actually fit that person, you know, to be the person to retire him.
Jericho probably be the one who could take care of him as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you could trust him.
Well, his, you know, Judas Effect elbow, like, would be a perfect way to knock him out, like.
Yeah.
Without actually fucking, you know,
killing him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, come here, look, let's see. But yeah, I think he'd probably be the one who could protect him in the ring. But yeah, we still have no point. Right. We'll leave it. We'll pretend that there is somebody.
That's if Jericho gets past Eddie Kingston first in this fucking barbed wire anywhere match.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something. I love Jericho. We all can give praise, but I can't take the Painmaker's gimmick seriously. I'm just like, when the way Jericho just straight up says, like, I'm gonna bring out the Painmaker. I'm like, yeah, you in a top hat and like makeup, that'll be threatening, Chris. But I was like,
spikes in the jacket.
Hey, we like spikes in the jacket.
Those things are gonna hurt.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to have extra spikes on the jacket. They're going to be down the side of his tights.
Imagine he lays the jacket down.
Yeah.
Down and fucking power slams fucking Kingston.
Yeah, that'd be sad. Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah. Nobody does matches like that in AEW. I'm sorry they don't. You know what I mean? They're so good. Like, maybe, well, look, come here, maybe the odd one from some other promotions as well. But in the last few years, bar the exploding one, non-exploding one, you know, they do matches like that really, really well. Do you know, they do, to be fair. And I think this is going to be good.
And Jericho was normally involved in all of them.
Right? So you definitely know he's down with producing them, you know, but like, I am looking forward to seeing how this goes, and I don't care. Eddie Kingston can come out and fight him in a nappy on my head match. I don't care, and I will still declare my undying love for him. I think he's just everything. He's fabulous.
If this happens, if it ends with John Moxley just coming out of the ring when the countdown time is happening, and you just like again, man,
is there explosions in this one?
Oh my god!
A twist and that one is
exploding nappy match.
Oh my god! That's vile. No. Oh, you dirty article. Yeah. No, stop it. You dirty disciple. You're horrible.
First one they shit themselves loses.
Stop it. What is wrong with you? This never happened before we're married. Like, what happened?
I have to be prim and proper and make sure you actually said yes.
Those things we're trying to ignore the arguments happening. The film
fell for that hook, line and shitter, didn't I? Anyway, from that, guys, John Moxley and Takeshita. It's not Takeshita, it's Takeshita, and I got it right. It's Takeshita. Again, Moxley's got a lot of people thrown to him recently, but, you know, we're the opponents. What do you make of this?
I thought it's very good. That young guy is really good. He had a great match. He'd won with Hangman Paige a few weeks back. That was
yeah.
He's only 24.
That's right.
He's a fucking
just going back to what you said though, Jim Cornette is the one tore into Moxley the other day.
Jim Cornette has a problem with something. Really?
I think he's just constantly got a dose of PMS.
I think,
you know, he sounds like I do sometimes. Just has to have an all merciful fucking rant, you know, and then, like, you know, it's over. But then, like, a few minutes later, something else pops in, and it's just turns into.
He just wants to be relevant. Yeah, he'll bring up whoever's popular that week, and he'll just fucking say something bad about them just so he can get a reaction. He doesn't. I don't think he really thinks that. I think he's back fucking jerking off to AEW most of the time while his wife is getting shagged by somebody else.
Stop it!
Oh God!
Don't lower the tone now.
I'm not lowering. I'm just that's probably about as true as you can get. Like,
we know this. Oh my God. Just one Jim Cornette.
But I will say one thing though, I don't think Moxley needs to be bust open in every match.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he means to be at this stage. It's fucking, there's so many scars in his head, they just keep fucking bleeding.
Yeah.
I got the vibe that they're trying to do like a Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar just getting busted open just to show how scary and intimidating he is. But it was like, we all know John Moxley's a bit of a badass, so I'm gonna bust it open.
Yeah, he's going to be no blood left in the boy, to be fair.
The only thing about the match I didn't like is the whole WWE gimmick of you have to beat the champion to get a title match.
Oh yeah.
No, he lost to Takeshita, lost to Kingston, he lost to Hangman Adam Page. Like, why would he even be in that picture in the first place? Like,
granted, they just probably want, they want eyes on him, like, but
get as many as we want. He doesn't, he doesn't need to be in a title, win and you'll be at, in a title match. It could just be a match. It doesn't have to be anything to do with the title at all.
Yeah, that is true. There's definitely more he could go up against before he went near Moxley, like, isn't there?
I tell you one thing, I can't wait to see his match against Cesaro, which is definitely going to happen.
Took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, definitely.
That'll be phenomenal.
Yeah, it'll be something else. Speaking of himself, he was in action against Jake Hager as well. How much love has the world got for Claudio? We the people.
Yeah, raging about
both
that.
Farmers said, boys.
Met them both.
I actually thought that Claudio was actually going to get into Jake Hager's head by doing We the People, just for old times. So I was like, nah, they didn't want to stream like that.
That would have been cool.
I think he said something yesterday, but he's not going to do anything about WWE.
He's taking high road, isn't he?
He's kind of
Danielson the same. Like, he's don't reference your past, just
move forward.
Even though they were talking about it on commentary. Like,
on topic of Bryan Danielson, what do you reckon is up with him?
I don't know. That doesn't seem good. The way they're talking, that he could be out for a long time.
Yeah.
Because they're not even talking about him being part of the Combat Club anymore.
Yeah. No,
I am actually genuinely worried that he's going to have to retire again.
Yeah.
And I mean, Bryan Danielson's my favorite wrestler of all time at the moment. Like, and though it's gonna pain me to say this, but if he straight up says that he's gonna retire, we will be upset. But he had an amazing career. Now that he is ended with AEW, he was in WWE, now AEW in 1 year. I thought that was actually kind of amazing. So if he goes back, unreal. But if he's retired, our heart goes out to him. But he should be proud of the career that he made before his second retirement.
Yeah, and that would nearly make you fear for Paige as well. Do you know what I mean? Because similar injuries and stuff. So I would just be absolutely heartbroken for that girl. Heartbroken for her if something happened, and if she was wrestling AEW and something happened. So I really, really hope that she has landed something with them. I really, really hope that they have a plan for her. But like, I just, oh Christ, yeah. Anyway, that's Christian Cage. Heel Christian Cage. Like, it's poetry in motion, really, isn't it?
Oh, so good. And I love Luchasaurus as the Darky.
Yeah. I think they need to change his name, though.
Yeah.
I
don't know whether they need to lose the dinosaur gimmick, but Luchasaurus just doesn't sound like
it. Doesn't really work for what they want. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Or make his mask a little bit more Bray Wyatt Luchasaurus, you know what I mean? Like Freaky Deek. Just make it a little bit more.
Could they just call him scary? Could they just call him Saurus?
Could do.
Yeah, maybe, because they probably don't want to lose. I know, I suppose. Yeah. Let's see. I'd be nice to see him go through a transformation.
Tonkasaurus.
Tonka,
as in Tyson Tonka used to be with.
I was like, no. What about call me out, whatever? I don't really mind. But do we have too many dark heels in AEW?
It's starting to get that little bit lately.
I know that we have Aleister Black and his crew, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know, maybe we don't. Maybe it's just because there's so many of them and that they're trying to recruit, and and I don't know.
There's been a lot of there's a lot of heel turns recently because John.
Yeah.
But he would be cool in fucking the House of Black.
Yeah, he would,
if they were going to do something with him long term, Because
let's face it, the Dark Order aren't exactly very dark anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, Buddy Matthews doesn't seem to be anywhere near them at the minute.
So
they've also turned Jonathan Gresham heel for whatever reason.
Yeah,
it was very weird. He just kind of appeared in their telly and he's heel.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like at this point AEW is looking for shock value at this point, as in so and so just turned heel, but there will be a point where we'll be like,
but the same thing happened now with like Ruby Soho turning on Kingston next week.
But if you know what, no problem with the heel turns, right? If they follow through on them.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So like if like look how well they're doing now, Christian Cage, but he has the experience and the know-how of being a badass heel on the mic and that dickhead heel to carry it through and carry it on and keep that going. You know, they don't need to do anything with him, but a lot of the guys over there are quite inexperienced when it comes to things like that. They're still building, and let's face it, he's getting a lot of primetime TV because the ultimate wanker want to smack him in the back of the sack heel MJF isn't on telly. You know?
I think he'll pop up in the next few weeks.
Oh, defo. But because he's not there, we're missing. We've all of these badass heels, you know, who are badass, but they're not heels, but they are heels. Then we've got Aleister Black's crew. Now we've got like Luchasaurus and Christian. We've an awful lot of heels, as you say, right? And they've turned or whatever. But we don't have that dickhead heel other than what Christian Cage is doing to him. The one that you want to slap.
I know what you mean.
You know?
No, similar because no, this is like a random topic, but most actors say that they prefer like playing like the baddie over the hero, because if you're the hero, you need to get the audience's trust to follow you. But if you're the baddie, then you can easily command respect. And I feel like that's exactly what wrestlers doing at the moment. When they heel, they can say whatever they want, just give a response. When you're a face, you're going to have to get on the crowd side. So exactly. I feel like that's why some wrestlers now prefer being a heel, just because they can say whatever the fuck they want. And Christian's the best example, and MJF is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, absolutely. But
well, sorry, going ahead. You're going to go into the tag team thing there. I can talk about it after.
No, go for it.
No, I was just saying that the way they're teasing the Hangman and Young Bucks possibly getting back together again, whether Young Bucks turn face or Hangman turns heel. They're teasing that as well, like whether it's going to be a heel turn or a face turn for the Bucks or Paige.
It would be nice if it was a face turn for the Bucks, and the only reason I'm saying it is because if it's a heel turn for Adam Page, then he's joining it. Then that faction's getting fucking bigger again, and we're just going to have the fucking, what do they call them? What's the ones in West Side Story? The Sharks and the fucking Jets or something, or what? Do you know what I mean? It's just going to be two groups of fucking people fighting each other. There's going to be nobody left, you know. There'll just be fucking someone on his own, you know.
They're all going to be heels, and this can be insulting the audience. And it's like, well, everyone hates us. We're not going to watch this anymore. That's it's enough.
Do you know, this is it? But like, I don't know who to cheer for, you know, that kind of way. And we hope it doesn't get to that we don't know who to cheer for, you know, that it's just all heels, and we're just kind of like, I'm not really sure who's more heely, you know. But on your coattails there of the tag team match, a possible injury? Do we think? Is it Matt, you said?
Matt took a bump. The double suplex off Keith Lee and Powerhouse, he landed awkwardly. I think it's some sort of whiplash on his neck or something.
It did look a bit hard.
It looked awful. I didn't know which spot it was. I heard he picked up an injury, but when I watched the match, I looked at it, and that's definitely it. And then when I read up it, actually that's what the report said it was on that spot. So because they were protecting his neck throughout the match.
Yeah.
Besides that one big bump he took off Keith Lee, but I hope he's not out injured too long, because it's fucking, the list is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, a lot of injuries. Do you think that it was they were going to drop the titles, or do you think someone called an audible?
I think they were going to drop the belts after the news broke of Keith Lee.
Yeah.
That his buddy is ill or something.
He's got some things going on at home, so we send him lots and lots of love. Of course we do, because we love Keith Lee. Yeah. Matt, happy that they're champion, tag champions?
I mean, I think it's safe to say we all have love for Keith Lee. So any big victory like this is going to be a huge boost for him. So delighted to see that. I was kind of gutted that they cut like the celebration short, but then I saw exclusive footage of him saying about his friend and everything. I was like, this is a really good moment. So I was happy out. I know that they haven't been tag team for long, but I feel like hopefully it's not like they're going to lose the titles like on the next night of like Dynamite or so I'm delighted to see that they will win this. I don't know if they can get far now, but even for short period, they're going to be tag team champions. So fair play to Keith Lee and Ben.
Yeah, I hope they keep it for a long time because the tag team titles, they only had a week, is there 2 weeks?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
do you like them as a tag team?
I do, and I don't. I think Keith Lee is a major star. I know they are being billed as major stars as a tag team, but I mean he's a major single star who should be in.
Keith Lee is like next level superstar.
Yeah, he should be in the that main event scene. Like hopefully in the next year or so he will be up there. Like maybe against Wardlow for the TNT title or whoever's the champion. Like in 12 months time, like he should be in around there somewhere. He needs to be up that level. Like tag teams is one thing. It's a point for him to move on from there. Eventually they'll turn on each other or something happen. They've been teasing that anyway. So hopefully it isn't too soon. Maybe all out or it's been announced for the 4th of September. Like so that's the title for 2 months.
It's the same day, isn't it? That's the Clash.
The day after.
Yeah. So it's what is that? Was that the Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Christ would be in the bits on the Sunday. Oh God, have we Monday off? Have we?
Yeah, we're flying back on the Monday.
Are we flying back on the Monday?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh,
yeah, we got Progress on the Sunday afternoon.
Oh yeah, we have. So Progress, nap, and then
go find a pub somewhere in Cardiff that's showing it with all the fans and go nuts.
Oh yeah, let's ask that in some of our forums, lads, and maybe guys, actually. Those of you who are watching, if anyone's in the UK, let us know if there's any watch parties going down in any pubs around the Cardiff area, or even around Bristol, somewhere like that we can get to. No, let's stick to Cardiff actually. Around the Cardiff area, they might be showing AEW's pay-per-view that night, because we definitely would be interested in coming along to see it and maybe getting a few sound bites from me on for our podcast or our channel. That would be fabulous. Yeah.
And charge for autographs.
Matt, I have a mortgage. I'll be charging for autographs.
Give the fans what they want, Liz. Give the fans what they want.
I have my name. Fab. So yeah, guys, action-packed show as always.
Not to forget one last thing.
Oh, here we go now.
The chainsaw.
Go on, Saw.
Chuck Taylor brought out a fucking chainsaw in the match with Wardlow and Orange Cassidy, and I was like,
oh Jesus. What the
fuck is going on?
Like, I mean, we say about their bloody matches and stuff like that, but some shit's off the wall altogether, isn't it, though?
It really is.
It is, but you have to just kind of appreciate. Where am I gone? You have to kind of, I just kind of came out of a cloud there. You have to kind of appreciate it as well, though. Do you know what I mean? And just that stuff, it doesn't even make you cringe. You just go, oh my God, would you stop? And do you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that in your wrestling, do you?
I mean, to be honest, that was really edgy when they brought out the chainsaw. I mean, we clearly saw what they did.
Well, there wasn't going to be any chain wrestling in the match,
Oh, no, you ruined
it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's a reason you don't charge for your autographs. I'm just saying.
Timber.
Right?
But for photos, we will. But anyway.
Are we going to do anything else you'd like to add to here?
R.I.P. Orange Cassidy's pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, God. He needs to find a new trademark. Probably needs to put the hand to the side now.
Or he can play with himself.
I will say one last thing as well. I think if CM Punk's injury is worse than it should, they just take this interim nonsense off the belt.
Yeah.
They seem to be teasing. They mentioned him a few times during the Moxley match that this is what CM Punk has to come back to. So they're teasing it. Maybe he's coming back sooner than we think.
Is it All Out? Where's All Out?
Chicago.
Yeah, I was going to say you're thinking along my lines, Phil, as well. I think that we're playing it down a bit, then to have try to maybe recreate some of the magic when he returned.
Yeah,
Chicago.
You know,
go.
Jesus Christ. CM Punk is out as long as we think.
Does he win or does he keep it? Or does he lose?
I think he'll walk straight into where he left off.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It'll be a good rivalry with CM Punk and John Moxley afterwards.
Like, is long-term storytelling MJF beats Punk for the belt?
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
Surely that's where we're going. It has to be like, do you know what I mean? Oh my God.
I think if they ever introduce the trios titles, that'll be the Blackpool Combat Cup to be the first to win it. So
exactly,
Moxley will drop the title and just pick up another one.
Yeah. Definitely. And they'd just be super dominant, like, wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Super dominant. Jesus, I'm like Orange Cassidy's going to come out next week in trunks. I'm scared of my life. I'm like, no, first the music changed, now they got rid of his Levi's.
They should do a spot next week if he's in a match and take his sunglasses off, put them in his pocket, and they just trickle down his leg and fall at the bottom of his pants. Just
because he's no pocket.
Exactly, yeah.
This is why he's Booker G.
Long-term storytelling.
Unreal.
One Booker G.
That's it, bye. So on that note of the sunglasses going shifting down the leg of Orange Cassidy.
It's happened to everybody. Hold your pocket. Everybody's had a hole in their pocket once in their life.
They have. Anyway, funny story to tell you if we see you in Cardiff about sunglasses. So guys, Action Pass show as usual. We love to give our opinions. We love the bit of chat, some more than others, because you know me, I'll talk forever, like, you know, but it's so fab to catch up with the team in the world of wrestling and see what's going on. Don't forget, Phoenix Wrestling, 10 tickets if they're even left for
there could be even less by now.
That's it. I said I wouldn't be surprised if they're gone, probably, you know, but we had Billy here the other day and he said it himself, they have never ever had so many tickets available for a show. This is one of their biggest ones. He's never ever sold as many tickets. So how cool is that? With probably 10, if not less, left. So get your tickets to see some absolutely outstanding matches. Phenomenal card with more to be announced. It's going to be action-packed and maybe even a few debuts as well, as he was nice enough to let us know. Who never know? You might get a little glimpse of the worm. I am on about Scotty Too Hotty. No one else's. Jerry Cam don't know, right? No, not anyone's worm. Should have probably thought about that now before I started talking about worms.
Let's say get your tickets while they're hot. Too hot. Scotty Too Hotty hot.
Matt, I can feel the steam coming off that from here. Definitely get your tickets while they're hot. I love it.
I'm going to end the podcast on some good note. Big E is going to make a 100% recovery.
Woo!
Yes.
Huge love for Big E, what?
Huge big, like it's just great news to hear.
Yeah. No, just when he comes back, just push into the fucking moon. Just everything. Just give him everything because we love Big E and he fucking deserves it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? He just does. He's a fucking good guy and he's a demon. He just deserves it. So huge love for our good friend Big E.
Just for Big E. Go on, lads. That's
it. You know it. So guys, have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully chock-a-block with wrestling action. If you are heading along on the 23rd to the Keynote in Cork, you will hopefully see all of us there. Give us a wave, give us a smile. We'll be happy to chat to you and enjoy the action. And of course, big wave for Scotty Too Hotty. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, what are you doing? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, get all of our content. We are, of course, on Spotify. Make sure you listen to us as well. And what's the other one we're on?
Google's
podcast. Google Podcast. Give us a listen.
Not an Apple yet, are we? I don't think we're an Apple yet.
No,
I think we're working on it.
I'm going to try and figure that out in the next week or so. I was just busy with
get to the core of it.
That's it. Oh Christ on fucking right. Honestly, this has to be grounds for divorce. These fucking jokes. So doing it all for you guys. Spotify, we're there. Google Podcasts, we are there. YouTube, we are there. Subscribe, interact, like, share, leave some comments. We love to chat to you. Follow us on Twitter as well, at Slam Wrestle. Don't forget Instagram, of course, Facebook. And we'll catch you all on the flip side. For myself being Queen Lizzie, Booker G 5 times, Phil Meltzer with the golden glow. Look at him, and he weak for himself. And of course, Matt, our one and only safeguard against any wrestlers flying over the top of the ring, Murphy. Have a fabulous weekend, guys, and we'll catch you all soon. Bye.
Bye.